Alrighty. Welcome, everyone. I am Dr. Cecily, and I would like to tell you about some things in Thailand and the living in Thailand. I've received many requests from many people asking me, about the transition and relocating to Thailand. Now, first of all, if you are 50 and under, there is a certain things that you need to do. And I want to say, first of all, you need to line up a job, or you need to be able to work remotely anywhere in the world in Thailand to be able to make income, to make money. Third of all, what you can also do is become a English speaking teacher either in somewhere in Thailand and take a TFL class, or it is also a TSOL class to become a certified teacher. Or if you're a teacher, that's easily translated, and some of the things that you can do there. Another aspect is, like I said, working from home remotely, something that you can do that'll make you money online. That's for the people under 50 if they want to do that. There's other things of marketing and getting a works permit or working for a company you could do. You also could have enough money to come here. I want to say about 50,000 USA dollars to set up a business and be able to work with a Thai person to set up the business. Now, let me tell you about that aspect of going into that. Doing that, you have to be able to let a Thai person have 51% of your business. You will only have 49%. That's what some Ferenges, as they call us foreigners, actually do. They let someone in their business, and this has got to be someone that you can call, know, because remember, they have 51% of your business. You put up the money, and you only have 49% of your money. So you want someone that you can trust. You want someone that you know very well. Someone that can work. Now, some people say get married. Marrying someone from Thailand is not the same as marrying somebody in another foreign country. You right away get citizenship. And that is a way, because a lot of the women actually have land as a Thai woman. So this is to prevent them from losing their land, because there were a lot of foreigners coming in, marrying women, and actually taking their land. That is a form of protection. So, not saying it don't happen. I spoke to a woman that was Thai, and it did happen to her. Someone that was foreign did actually take her land, and I don't know the just or how basically they got away with it, but it was a lot more um, complicated than we like to think. So that is some aspects that you can do. There's also expats group that you can check out and find out what's going on in the area that you want to live in. Koh Phangan is, they said, to be a more spiritual place and more hippie like and free as birds and spiritual connection. Koh Phangan. And if you want to go there, and so is the other smaller islands outside of Koh Samui. Koh Samui more is for people that are 50, that are retired. Now, if you want to go in Chiang, that is in Koh Samui, that is a different type of energy as well. That's where you're going to find the cabarets, um, the drag dancing cabaret, men being women dancing, and more nightlife in Chiang more. So then Koh Samui, like Bangkok and Fisherman Village, which are really there, and they have shopping there. So they have the McDonald's and Shuang. They have tea houses. They have some groups. They have yoga that you can do there. So there's different groups that you can join up to get involved with. There's a Russian community in Shuang, and its presence is really known. No, so that's where a lot of Russians come here to Thailand to actually vacation and to go back home in the milder months and enjoy that. And also, people from Germany come here a lot, in Switzerland, a lot of the cold countries during the winter, they come to Thailand and then they leave. So these are just some information about you moving to Thailand, of going there, and what you need to look forward to and what you can do. Now, the food is reasonable and inexpensive. You can find some houses in Shanghai, um, other little outside places in the north, as well as in Phuket, that are inexpensive to live in. You can find them for like 400 USA dollars, which is really big. And I want to really point out something about the bathrooms. The bathrooms are quite different than you might be used to, but also what I like about it, they have a bidet. If you don't know what that is, bidet is a toilet with a water which you clean yourself off by squirting a hose of water and cleaning your bottom and your vagina if you're a woman. There's a sink there, and the shower is usually right next to the toilet. Now, that is strange for some people that are used to westernized toilets in their bathroom, which is not bad. I actually like bidets. Now, your shower will have a hot heater that makes your shower water hot. So that is good to know as well. You turn it on, you turn the temperature on when you want it hot, because the shower is not automatically hot water. It is something that needs to be heated. Another thing is the shower, the soaps, the things. In different hotels, they do provide water every day, so you don't drink the water. In your bungalow, they might supply water and they might not. I've stayed at some pretty great places in there. I like I told you in Bangkok, I like Villa Cha Cha, that is near Koh San Road, which is really nice. And Villa Cha Cha has a couple of chains. It's really nice that you can eat breakfast. They actually include breakfast when you actually register in the hotel, which is really wonderful. That you get free breakfast and a certain menu that you drink. After that, you pay for your lunch and dinner. They have different size suites as well in Bangkok. Thus, if you're staying and you want to do something, the rate to me is very reasonable for you to stay in Bangkok at Villa Cha Cha. And you're close to everything. You're close to the temples. You're close to just the action. And right next to it, there's a massage place. When you go outside the back way of the restaurant in Villa Cha Cha, there's other restaurants you can do and other clothes. And if you go to the right or left, there's a Burger King, an Indian restaurant. There's the Indian restaurant is a bit pricey, but the food is mezzo, if you know what I mean. So I wasn't too impressed. I do not go to a foreign country to eat big McDonald's and Burger King. That is just not my taste, but that might be what you're looking for. Chiang has as well, getting back to Chiang, they have Burger Kings, they have McDonald's, they have upscale restaurants as well. It's also a big party scene in Chiang. Also in Koh Samui and Koh Samui, they have the white party. So if you're invited, know that you're going to pay to get in. I was not told that the first time someone asked me to be present, and you have to wear a white. And the drinks are like $20 USA dollars for you actually to drink. Not impressed. I'm not there to meet who's the who and all of that. That was not impressive to me, but to some people it is. So that is just the for information for you. As a young person under 50, you might want to actually go to the moon party. Might not. A lot of things happens on Koh Phangan during that time. Is a rush on the boat. They do the full moon party. They do it every month. People get obliviously drunk, and doing drugs and all kinds of things. And as I've seen, some people actually wind up dying. That is not my party scene. That is not what I like to do to relax. Bangkok is more of secluded, really nice, down to earth. You enjoy the villages. So is Fisherman Village. But that is for someone more that is like 50 and older that wants to retire, wants to live there. Just saying. That is something to think about. Now, going to Chiang Mai, you're going to find a mixture of people older and younger, but a lot of people that are younger are actually going towards Chiang Mai to actually live there, to work there, because they said it's very simple, very easy to fit in. You got Central Festival, you got Mayan Mall, you got the Central Airport Mall, you got the Tree House. You have a lot of places that are vegan or vegetarian that are around there. So you want to really know what's in. I lived in a village called outside of Dosaket in Lung Nai. And Lung Nai is very simple. It's near Taow Gardens Health Resorts, where I let you meet some of the people that were actually instructors there. Dr. Longo, if you want to know what she does, go watch my video from before. And also Mary Carter, who is a Taow instructor and also masseuse, and talks about the different energy. And I did a video with them as well about the vegan and vegetarian diet and listening to your body. So you want to actually go look at that video as well. So, getting back, if you're that of age and you can have, there's a place called Memory House Guest House. The best time is to be able to come in there at that present time at Memory Guest House in Lung Nai, Alpha Dosa Cat District, is the time before I want to say about March all the way until maybe August. June, July are rainy seasons and the prices are low. Now you can actually stay there for 6,000 baht per bungalow. If you want to stay there and you're trying to regroup and you want quiet and you want just seclusion, and there's a farmer's market like I explained to you that is there on Sunday, which is organic, and then on Friday there's another market that you have to walk a little bit to, which is not too far. You can actually rent bikes, you can actually rent a scooter and actually ride. You and here in Thailand learn to ride your scooter yourself. There is no crash course. Someone will teach you, or you learn to ride, and some people actually wind up hurting themselves before actually getting on a motorcycle here. I've seen where people are just told, get on the bike, you pay for it. It's not that much. It's about 200 or maybe 400 baht a day to ride a motorcycle, which is really not that much considering coming from America, and we pay lots of money to rent a car of 30 to 40, $50 a day. Very inexpensive. Now, you can rent cars as well, and I'll tell you how to go about that as well in the section. If you're in Koh Samui, if you're in Koh Phangan, if you're in Bangkok, if you're in Chiang Mai, there is a group you want to get involved in, somebody's expats group that has for sale things, because what they do is they also have where you can rent a car online and you make a transaction with them. They tell you where to go, and some of them would also pick you up from your hotel and make a deal. And most hotels have someone that you can rent a car from, or a motor scooter or a bicycle, and you make a deal with them. So I wanted to put that out there. It's very inexpensive to do those things of getting around transportation. There's also the Santo and really knowing, and let me tell you, there are, because you're a foreigner, going to charge your price. So know your worth. Some people will actually pass you if they know you, like, she's not going to pay me 100 baht, not going to pay me 200 baht. They see us as we have money to come here in their country. We have money to spend. So They're trying to make a living, and I understand, but it's a much is a much. Some people are on a budget when they come and they live here, so you need to know what your budget is. You need to know what kind of area you want to go to. You need to know what kind of community you want to be in. That is like some of the aspects. Now, for someone that is 50 and wanting to come here, these are some of the things that you can do, and I highlight. You need to get a police background check and clearance. Number one, you need to have an income and a certain guided income they want you to have. You need to come here at least with 10,000 USA dollars, and you must be able to have $2,850 per month per 50 person, that's 50 over, to live in that country. And you must be able to have that in an account. You must have that in your account before you come. You get that bank statement from your bank. Also a letter from your pension, how much your pension is. That proves, and you want to have the originals because you're going to need to have several copies. Now, before you come, you also, if you're coming on a tourist visa, you might want to get some copies from Costco of a passport picture, a couple of them, to be prepared to do a visa run. That's so you'll be prepared for that. And you want to get a copy of your passport. So if you get them and they're in black and white, that also is a protection. Also, what you want to do is make sure some family member has a copy of your passport, so if something happens, they can send you that copy by email, where you can go to a Kisco or self place that you can actually get stuff copied from a disk and put it on your drive. That's what I did. I copied my passport, my important documents. I put it on a flash drive, thumb flash drive, so I would have my information if I need it. What I didn't do, and which I wish I did, I wish I would have copied my police clearance. I wish I would have copied my background check on there. I didn't do that. I didn't have that at the time, and I didn't think about that. So once you give it up, they keep the original, but if you have it, you can use it over and over again. Also, for people that are expats, you might want to check out the expat mail to get your mail mailed somewhere in the U.S. where they actually scan it and send it to you through your email. Now, before you leave, make sure you get this letter that they send you certified or notarized and copied, because if you go to the U.S. Embassy, it can cost you $100 to get something like that and mail back to the company. Now, you can pay $20 a month for this service. Just saying. So you want to be on top of your game, getting prepared for your mail if you don't know where you're going to go. So you'll at least get your mail of your address if you're going to be hopping from place to place to see where you fit in. That is some information. You know, I've seen information videos, but I haven't seen anybody actually explore that. There's also Expats magazines. There's also Expats forums that you want to join. All depends on where you want to be, to let people know that where you are, what you're doing, and how you're going about it. Now, as far as someone 50, you got it really easy because you have an income, you know what it is. There's an expat community that meets in Chiang Mai a couple of times a month or a week, and they meet together on Friday. So you might want to get with them and see what's going on with them, because they're trying to make sure that you're not going to live off of them, tie the government. You want to make sure you're not going to live off of them and take advantage of their people, so they want you to come in and make money, which is not bad. So these are some things that you can do if you're a health resort and you want to get in that and you don't mind paying. Taow Garden has things going on, not knocking that, but as I told you, the energy that I felt was changing. It really changed. It's more about money, and a lot of people there that are really workers, they have to bring in their clients to work there. So if you want to work there, you have to have a certain amount of clients that actually come there and work and be part of that, unless you come with a group or someone, or you connect with someone that's doing a retreat. Again, if that's what you're looking for, I would like you to connect you to Griff Hamilton, one of the people that I was talking to you about. So these are some of the things that I wanted you to be aware of. Food is inexpensive there. If you want organic food, the places to go is the Tops, Ring Pang, Big C, Um, Also, what else is that? Ring Pang, Big C, and Mackerel. Mackerel is in Koh Samui as well as in Bangkok, also in Chiang Mai. Rimpang, I don't know, was the first I heard about it when I was actually in Koh Samui. And they have two of them, and they're in different stores. So it all depends on what you want to live in. The Mayan, the Old City areas is inexpensive. Old City is near Chiang Mai University. So that's the big wall that you see that everybody talks about. If you want to be downtown near the Sungtos, know and get to know the people and know the prices, because there's yellow Sungtaos, there's red Sungtaos, there's green Sungtaos, there's also white Sungtaos, which I didn't see until I was on my way. Now, if you're coming in by train, there's one way in Chiang Mai. If you're coming in by plane, there's another way. There's also Uber. There's also Grab, which I didn't find out again. I knew about Uber, but I didn't know about Grab. Grab is another one that is actually a lot better than Uber, I want to say. Now, their prices are a little bit more inexpensive, and they are also connected to taxis, which is not bad at all. So you know that you're going to find a taxi. You might, from Dosaket, my village, it cost me 500 baht to go from my village into town. And if you meet up with a nice person and you have get a SIM card when you get at the airport or when you get outside, buy a little SIM card, which is very inexpensive. And if you're retiring, this is another bonus for you. You will have a retiree, and if you have an address, all you have to do is give your hotel address, and you will get a special rate because you will be considered a resident there. Also, you want to take all your papers into immigration and take it there and have all those papers that I told you to get your retiree visa. Also, people that want to extend that are not that age, you can get an extended visa for 30 days. Before you come, you would like to try to get 60 days. Some people are lucky to actually get 90-day visa. I was able to get a 90-day visa somehow, some way, which was really a blessing, and I was told very rarity. It was a blessing. So like I said, walking your walk, talking your talk, and it shall be what you want it to be. So that is another thing. So all I had to do is go to the U.S. Embassy. At the time, it was 1,900 baht to just extend my visa. Also, having an address and having a phone card. These are just some of the things that I just want you to know that can help you how to do that. As a retiree, what you can do is you sign up and go there. Also, you can get another letter from the USA certifying, if you didn't remember to get all those things, certifying getting a police clearance, also certifying your income. What they do is they give that, and the immigration in Thai will take that consideration. For people that are doing visa runs, sometimes you can only do 4 visa runs per year, and then you have to leave the country and stay out there for a little while, and then come back, and then you're able to do come back and relax. Now, that's what some people do, and some people do this for years. Some people don't. Now, that is something to look at. Remember, the age is 50 for you to retire. Even if you have the income, they're not trying to hear that. They want you 50 and above, and some will make an exception for, you guys have to be circumstances. Getting a work permit, a lot of people don't want to do the work permit because it costs them money, and I was told by some people that live in Thai, because they're hiring a foreigner, their taxes go up because they have foreigners on board their company, and they want to know why. So some people will do a scam like, if you want to work for me, all you have to do is pay 10,000 baht and I can get you that. You go out the country, blah blah blah. Unless you know that person, do not trust that. Do not trust them. That's just me. Be careful on your P's and Q's. If it's too good to be true, I was told it's too good to be true. But if you know someone and they want you, they will do the work permit. It's not going to cost you. It's them that do the work. You do not pay for a work permit. Some people do. There is a thing out there where someone is actually paying for a work permit. Now, let me tell you, They want you to have $20,000 to do a work permit, and they do the runs and so forth. I'm just telling you, there's things like that. There's people you're gonna run into. There's some scams out there. There's some woman that, you know, I even got conned. So, and I usually know, but the thing is, mine was based on a trust of a person because they were a woman and of American, and I figured that. But they helped another person, Ty, actually take advantage of me and my financial circumstances. And I caught it in time, and when I'm in that situation, I remove myself. I was deeply hurt, but I found out this was not the first time this person had did that, and I was deeply disappointed. Just like I told you when I went into the market going into Bangkok, going to the train station, and the woman charged me one price and then decided she wanted to charge me nothing. I have no problem saying shame on you, and then looked at me and all she did is smile. Yes, she was very embarrassed, and she should have been. I understand you're trying to make a living, but you don't do that to people. Tell them one price and then turn around 5 minutes later you up the price by 20 baht more. No, 40 baht more for 2 pieces. Crazy. That's the kind of stuff. And I know it's human nature that when people get desperate, they do desperate things to survive. But also, I walk in my integrity, and I also expect other people to walk in their integrity. So yes, I was very disappointed in that young woman, and I'm going to say young woman because I would think she would know better. But it's okay. What you put out is what you get. Sometimes you get more than you deserve. But that's okay. We're not going to talk about that. There's other people that are there. The other Thai people were wonderful where I lived at. Like I said, I had a wonderful memories of my Thai house. I went from one bungalow to another bungalow, and I rented out 2 bungalows there for the price. And with that price came the electricity. The water was free, meaning shower water, because in certain places you're going to pay the baht. You might get paid. My friend said if you pay anything over 7 baht, they're basically charging you more than. They're adding their own price onto it. There's also the 22 baht for electricity. That is, they're making more money. Unless you get the bill itself, and then they're presented for the bill. But you also want to make sure that your landlord actually paid the bill before you, because you will be stuck with that bill. Also, there's a way to get internet when you move into your own home, and actually take your landlord, and what they will do is charge you a certain price. You get a box, and your internet is much stronger than when you're relying on a internet that is shared by everybody. These are just some of the things that I want you to be aware of. Also, you can get a bank account in Thai that you don't get charged an exchange fee, which is really nice. And I like Crumb Thai Bank, which is a blue bank that looks like a butterfly. It's very nice and a light blue at that. They're a very wonderful bank. I've had nothing but positive experiences with them. They don't make it hard to open a bank account. They tell you just bring in your letter, bring in your passport, bring in your address, and you have your cell phone, which is your Thai number, so you're really good to go. So to go with them and open a bank account, it is not a problem. It is totally amazing. Just the people that you meet. Now, Dosa Cat is a nice area. It's outside the city, just like Old City is outside the city. There's wonderful people that I met and I connected with that had more in common with me than I thought. And I love the peace and the serenity. And they're, like I said, just be careful. It seems that I'm finding more expats that are actually there taking advantage of other expats than I find the Thai people. Thai people do little stuff. The other ones would like to use you for your work and other things that you do to promote themselves to get bigger and better. And I ran into that too. But it also taught me a lesson. The lesson was I am good at what I do, and that's why I'm encountered it. It was for me to value my work. So I take it as a lesson. Value your work, value your worth, and people will value you. So I was not upset with this particular person, but I decided if I'm telling people not to be involved, I choose not to let myself be sold short, and I choose not to associate with them. And yes, it is like in a holistic community. You think, oh, we're not going to find it. I'm sorry to inform you, but yes, that is also found in there as well. As I continue my journey, right now I'm in Cebu, Philippines, and I'm enjoying it. I want to tell you about the journey of me getting here, which is really funny. It started on the 18th. I had to go from my village, Lang No, all the way into Chiang Mai train station to buy my ticket. And the thing is, the best thing is, getting there is the easiest. You can get someone to take you like for 50 baht or 100 baht from where you are. You can hire the little santo, and you pay them and you take them, and they'll take you. No problem whatsoever, which is really cool. Now, my landlord helped me. That's what I'm saying about the Thai people. My landlord helped me, nailed it down, because the guy before was trying to overcharge me. And what my landlord made sure that he was fair and talked to him. Now, also my landlord, before I went that day, made sure I had an umbrella because it was raining, and I didn't have an umbrella. So that's what I mean about Thai people going out and making an effort. And my landlord tried to teach me Limpai, Lip Noi, tried to teach me Thai every day that they see me. My next door neighbor, who actually sold eggs and sold honey and coconut. Now my landlord also sells fruits, vegetables, and water and juices, and you can buy like a big bag for 20 baht to keep in your refrigerator at Memory House. So that, I mean, I really like them, and like I said, I'm going to go back. So I have no problem, because I know I have a home. And I provided my cast iron skillet and other things, and I'll tell you about that if you would like to know, that I brought in my home to make it comfortable. I don't use microwaves. So my microwave is on the floor under the sink right by the refrigerator. I don't do that. I made everything from scratch. I made it on my cast iron skillet, or I made it in my one pot multi-cooker, which you'll find a lot of people do. I didn't have an oven, so I made do. You make makeshift everything. If you're reliable, you can do that. Now, getting back to my trip, I paid that, and I actually got off at Central Festival, and it's only 1.7 kilometers to the train station. And I just, like, people were trying to be smart. 200 baht. I'm like, yeah, right. It's like down the street. I can walk that. I walked to the train station. Now, leaving the train station, there's many Sangtos. Guy tried to charge me 150 baht just to get to Central Festival, not just to take me from Central Festival back to where I live at. And he tried to explain. I was like, dude, I've been living here for about 6 months. I kind of know what's going on. I'm not the one. Please don't try to con me. And then they were trying to call anybody that was a foreigner. I've seen the same thing of just up in the ante, as I call it. And they weren't even having it. And it was 2 of them. And then he tried to explain, I said, I understand about gas, but no, you just got to take me up here and down the street. I know my way. Where before you don't know the area. So it's best to really get a map of the land and really know. So before it was like, and I still didn't get taken advantage of. So I walked, and there was a guy that was on a motorpad that had seen me earlier, walk down, go into the train station, and argue with these people, and I was on my way up. He took me to Central Festival right in there for 20 baht. 20 baht. And at first he didn't want anything. And I was like, no, I got to give him something. So I gave him 30 baht. You know what I mean? Because he didn't have to do that. And I rode. And it was fine. And I was cool with that. And I went to Central Festival and was able to get my Sangto back to Dosaket for $20. And then when I got to Dosaket, some of the drivers tried to charge me $200 just to go a half of a kilometer back to my house. Are you serious? And when you say Taow Garden, they said say Taow Garden. Taow Garden, they think you have a lot of money because a lot of people that foreigners that do come there have a lot of money and they have money to spend and money to burn. Um, so just FYI, I don't want to burn my money. I want to use my money wisely and appropriately. So that's for people that are on a budget. Know your budget and make sure that. So don't take disrespect because I said words are power. And mine is I'm rich in my mind, I'm rich in my soul, I'm rich in my pockets, and I have abundance wealth all around me. And that's what I walk in. You might not be able to see it, but that's okay. I see it, I feel it, I walk in that energy. And so should you. Don't let anybody tell you about your dreams. I am a U.S. citizen in a foreign land, and I am having a blast. And I've had a lot of lessons to learn, but they are incredible and powerful lessons to take me to my next level. Even as so much of, as you see me and my son, or, me and other people, just being positive and knowing what I'm doing. And I'll give you a little clue. I produced 3 books while I was in Chiang Mai at the Memory House, got on it, and then for some reason I was in the airport because I had to stay getting back, which I forgot, got off track, sorry. Like I said, I went to the train station, I got back home the next day. My landlord knew I was leaving, me and my son. We packed up the house. I did 3 interviews back to back, you guys, before I left with 3 different people, and then did a 4th interview the morning that I left. So I was up early, got everything packed, and that was done, and got everything down to a minimum, which was good. So my landlord knew I was leaving, asked me what time I was leaving, early morning. He actually had the Sangto come to our house and pick us up and take us from Memory House to the train station. Awesome, right? That's what I'm talking about, Thai people and looking out and just having that blessing. That's what he did. Now, I left on the 19th. My train we left at 11. I got at the train station, I want to say about 12. I forgot to get my water. Like, I wanted to get the bags of water so we have something to drink and something to snack on. I forgot about that. That was my job. That's what I was supposed to do. So when we got there, we didn't have something to eat in the train. But it was in me intuitively to go and look around, and I got my bag of water for 20 baht, which is 6 bottles of water, which was really good. And I got some snacks. I got some oodles and noodles, which I know is not healthy, but it's better than paying 120 baht and going through the night train. If you want to do that, you're more than welcome to do that. I just didn't want to do that. Now, let me tell you, I went on a 2nd class sleeper with air conditioner. You can do that, or you can do the first class or 2nd class that sits up all night, but you got to be 8:30 in the morning, and you got to get those tickets fast going from Chiang Mai to Bangkok. And it cost us like, I want to say like 1,812 baht to get what we got. And to do the train, you might only pay per person. I had 2 people to pay for. For one person, it might cost you 600 baht or 500 baht for the 2nd class with the air conditioner, and it has the seats that pulls out. Now, if you have luggage like I did, I get the 2nd class sleeper. Or if you want 1st class. 1st class was really cool. It's only 1,000 baht, which is only $30, which is not bad. And you get a berth, and you have your own bathroom, your own wash where you wash in your area, which is really cool. And it's really pretty. When I came from Hattaya, I did that. And you closed off, so you're by yourself. So it's pretty cool. I did that. So we got on the train on the 19th. We didn't arrive into Dam Meng station. I didn't have to go to Bangkok. Like I said, I went to Dam Meng, right there, the airport. It lets you off right there, and all you got to do is take a ramp, walk up the ramp, and you're actually in the airport. Since we were there a lot earlier. Our flight was not until about 8 o'clock at night. We couldn't check our bags in until like 5 or 4 hours before your flight. Then you can check your bags in. So what we did is we walked around. There was McDonald's. There was a place. I did a little video for you guys. I took pictures for you guys to see while we're sitting there at the mall waiting. And unfortunately, our plane got delayed, not once but twice. And when we got to Malaysia, 3 times. Our plane was delayed, and that was okay. But it gave us something to do. We sat there, we got internet. Internet was free for 2 hours. You put in your passport or whatever. Just like you get to Thailand, you go to Starbucks, you can get the free internet. You put in your passport information, and you get to be on the internet. Pretty cool, right? So that is not a problem. So we sat there and we waited at nighttime, and then we took our bags, we paid for our bags. And if you do Asian airline, do the pre-booking of your bags and know how much they weigh. My thing is, you can do that up to 4 hours, and you can also order your meals, which is 24 hours, which I tried to do, but it would not let me do it for some reason. So when I got there, I kind of missed out. I had ordered 2 meals before and didn't order the meals on the other plane, and I had a 9-hour overlay in Malaysia. So that is one way you can do when you're doing Air Asia and you're flying around. You can do the pre-meals, which is only 100 baht, but by the time you get there, it's 138, 178 baht per meal. And the drinks, that's something else you want to think about as well. So these are just some of the things to be swift. There's Thai Lion Airlines, which I really love. They're really cool. They have a lot of room, but that is an airline that only vibes around in Thailand, and they're really nice. And I love their uniforms. They're very pretty. Nothing against Air Asia, but I like the Thai Airlines, and I rode with them, and I will ride with them again to go to Koh Samui, and their prices is inexpensive. So I'm just saying, you can do a lot of stuff. If you order your plane ticket enough time, like coming from Bangkok, to the Philippines, you can get a ticket as low as $70 if you know it enough time. But even last minute, it's still not bad to go to the Philippines or to fly to Malaysia. Kumbula. I can't get that airport in Malaysia. I like Penang, and I probably will do a video on Penang and tell you all the wonderful sites that I went. But I just want to know, for your healing, these are the things that I experienced. These are the accommodations that you can do, and that is about it. I can't think of anything else. I talked about food. I talked about accommodations. Talked about transportations, where you can rent a car, rent a motor scooter. You can ride a bike if you're living in a village. Getting to know the area. I met some wonderful people that were from the UK. I find that a lot of my friends or people that were really, really great to me were people from the UK, which is my friend John, so awesome, a photojournalist. My other friend Griff, who is a changing agent that I met there, which is very wonderful. A retiree that was from a Kiwi, Austria. His name was John as well, and he was there, and he was wonderful. He would take me from Lupang into Chiang Mai. Like I said, the thing about that, living where I am, you have to know how to get in barter to get back home. If you do Uber, you're good. If you do Grab, you're doing good as well to get back home. But if you take the Suntown, trying to get from Dosaket is a little bit hard getting into Lupanai. So just a FYI, know that. You can also rent a car for a month, rent a car for a week, and also try to find out what the going rate is. And if not, try to find a friend that has been there and knows someone to make a connection to rent a car or to rent a motorbike, and build a relationship. When you build a relationship with them, it lasts longer with the people that are there, and they also will look out for you to make sure that no one else is taking advantage of you, especially when they like you. And my landlord was cool, both of them. We talked, and we had a lot in common. Us both losing a child at such a young age, and that was what she was sharing with me, and it was like really cool. And I showed her my daughter. So always remember who you are and what you want. And like to say, love, light, life, and longevity and love. I stop at 40, 40, 40, 44.